Hi guys, all the audience of Launchpad and other people who have joined us and who will be watching this video later on. So today we have a very special guest with us, and he is first guest of ours, and he is bringing us with the information about the admission process that happens in foreign universities like SPD, IAAD, IED, and he has just cracked this entrance of SPD and Coventry. And so, name of our special guest is Vikul Kumar. He is a mechanical engineer, like most of us over here, who are willing and passionate to do transportation design. And he is now turning his career into being a car designer by applying to this foreign university.
Pursuing my dream in car design. I always wanted to be a car designer from my childhood. That you can say about from 10th class. That is.
Okay.
So I'm studying in IT Kharagpur, and as every Indian parent wants their children to be in IT. So
yes.
yeah.
So yeah, about this whole passion about car design. So what do you want to say? Like, I know that you might be saying it from childhood, but why choosing it as a career?
I don't know. When I was in 10th class, I used to read newspapers. So in the newspaper, I found pictures from a auto show that happened in Noida that year in 2012, I guess. So from that point, I decided that uh, I want to do something about car. How do they design it? So uh, after that, I researched about this, but I didn't find anything about the car design. That there is a career in car design. So I dropped it. So then I cracked IIT. I got into IIT. Then in my second year, I again searched about the career in car design. So then I found out that there's a career in car design. Then I found out about NIDs and that they teach designing in every you say field. So then I searched more about it. Then I found out about some automotive styling boot camp that they just teaching car designing in just eight 8 days. Like that was 80-hour workshop. So I went to there, and then eventually my interest increased in the car design. So after that, I've done my internship all in design field, that is product design. And in one internship, you have you have mentored me.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah. So that's so after that, in my final year, I decided to do the masters in transportation design. So then I searched about all the colleges and what is the scope in India and uh, around the world. So then I searched about all these. So then I started applying.
I feel so like still the story of how do you come to know that there is a field called as transportation design is still the same. Like in my time also I have came to know about it when I was in third year of my engineering. Yours is also it's like almost the same. Like we chase the passion and then we find a path that yeah we can
Yeah,
do a career. It's called as transportation design. You become a TD designer
yeah.
like that. Yeah. So, Vipul, my next question to you is why are you choosing foreign universities? So, as you are in IIT, I think so it will be very easy for you to crack NID or IDC, something like that, and you will be preferred as a like, IITN and then moving on to design in IIT itself. So, why foreign university?
Yeah, I talked to so many people that graduated from NITs, and and they are to those also that they are currently studying in an IT and doing their masters in transportation design. So they said that the India is a developing country, so they are not very fond of designing. uh, they are not very fond of designing. So and in the foreign universities, there are many tie-ups with very reputed companies like BMW, Lamborghini, Alfa Romeo, and all.
So
So
you
they
get more exposure over there.
yeah, so we get more exposure in foreign countries than and there is one aspect also that India has India has very less design studios uh, that are very considered for the car design. Um,
Okay.
in India, they're mostly product design studios. So I think it will be difficult for a car design aspirant find it difficult to place in India. So that's why I'm choosing foreign countries.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So now, when you have cracked SPD and also Coventry with that, what? How are you feeling about it? Like,
Uh, you're feeling okay, but every Indian student has a financial problem. So yeah,
yeah,
so I'm feeling excited. Yeah, and I have to get in one of these universities if I yeah if there were a lot of process for admitting after getting offer. There were a lot of process. So yeah, I'm feeling very excited. I have to get some. I have to. I hope I will get some more offers from other universities also.
yeah, you are pretty confident about. Even I am confident that you will get it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So yes, about the admission process in. So which admission process would you like to talk about, SPD or Coventry? Which was more exciting?
I think I'll talk about both. So first I'll go for the SPD.
Sure.
In SPD, they want your transcripts from first of all they want application form, then portfolio, then after other things come like CV slash resume, or then transcripts of your then passport photo and all. So these are the application documents with the applications you have to send to the SPD via mail. So then they will evaluate your portfolio and will set up a set up a live sketching session with you for about half an hour to check that you have the skill for sketching and you have this right perspective in sketching. So I did my uh, um, I did my live sketching session with one of the executive from SPD and admission section. So they told me to first they asked about myself and how did I got my interest in automobile designing. Then then after that, just a small talk, friendly talk, they told me to draw front perspective and three-fourths front perspective for any city car that is related to Volkswagen. Then after that, they told me to draw the front and three-fourths perspective for the Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Any
So
yeah. So then
it's like
after that, yeah. So then after 1 week, I got the offer from SPD, and
okay.
then and in Coventry, yeah. Let's come to Coventry. In Coventry, they have a very lengthy application form online that you can fill it up, first personal details and all. You have to do a lot more. That you have to get reference letters from recommendation of letter from company that you have worked previously, and also from the uh, institution or one of your professors. So, and 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 other things are the same, the passport, and you have to and you don't have to put portfolio in the application for Coventry. They'll just
So,
uh,
is it necessary that you should have done an internship before applying?
no, it's not. No, it's not.
So it's
But
optional.
yeah, but it will be good if you have some uh, uh, what's
Industrial exposure with that.
industrial experience in designing or what. Um,
Okay.
I think I have
Okay.
selected Coventry just because of industrial design internship I've done for 6 months last year. I
Okay.
think.
So, do you want
Yeah,
to talk anything about the internship?
the internship was very good. I've got to so many projects on which are which is very confidential. But I can say they were in gym gym equipment rack. I have to design for all the for all types of uh, equipment,
Yes.
and then I designed some sound amplifier,
Hmm.
and and after that the gas iron. Yeah,
Okay. So the sound amplifier product is coming out to the market soon, I think so.
I'm not sure, but let's see.
Okay.
Yeah,
Give me one when you get it.
sure, sure.
Sure. So yeah, so that was the process. I feel so quite a bit. So during my time, actually it was not online. So in my time, what happened that they had kept a Tata Nano, and you had to see it from whatever perspective you like, and
Mm,
sketch it into that perspective. So
okay,
to evaluate that, a person will come with camera. He will click a photograph from the angle where I am sitting, and it should match the photo, and my sketch should match. The perspective should match like that. So my studio test happened that way. Yes. So Vipul, can you showcase your portfolio so that our viewers can have an understanding of what kind of portfolio is required?
yeah, sure, sure. Let me just share my screen. I think you are able to see my screen, Anirudh.
Uh, check. Yes, I can see your screen now.
Yeah, perfect. I'm not be able to do the full screen, so and then you will not be able to see the change slide. So I will not do the
Okay,
full screen. Yeah,
okay, fine.
yeah. So this is my portfolio. I'll just give you a review, just quick review from my portfolio. And this is my cover page. Then and this
So
is
the
my introduction.
first
Yeah,
page is the cover page, so you can put anything on that, like your favorite, maybe sports cars, your sketches, and
yeah. You can, the cover page is your what you say creativity. The cover page
okay,
should be like that. That the viewer should want to see what's in your portfolio if it's if it's cover page like this. So
okay,
so I made it very simple,
okay.
just my initials of my name. So I think it is very creative to make it as a I'm planning to make it as a logo in the future.
Yeah, design studio already,
Yeah.
dream of every designer.
Mm, let's see. So
Yeah.
I'll move on my next page. So, that's some
So
quick review of myself and the contents in the portfolio.
okay.
So yeah,
So a
it is
quick intro about you, I feel, so, and the content, whatever is going to be in that.
yeah, a quick review. Any design experience? What are you studying? What are your hobbies? And then and then the content page. You can make it the content page as separate, but I prefer, but I like to be a very short. So
Okay.
so my first project, so my latest project is this Alfa Romeo Pulcra. So
Okay.
so yeah, I'll just show you. Then I'll explain one of my projects after that.
Sure.
Afterwards. So this is a brand and DNA study, then mood board and ideations. Um, the
Nice
front
sketches.
picture. Thank you. Rear development, then some Photoshop renders. These are my one of the best, but they're not very quite good. But it's okay, I guess. If I'm
Yeah,
selected
that's
in,
good. So there should be something that you will go out there in SPD and learn also, right? If you
yeah,
run like everything over here, what's the
yeah.
point of being there?
What's the point of university is teaching?
Yeah,
My second last project from Audi, my favorite brand so far.
Audi Kumar.
Yeah. Uh, so these are some scenario, persona, mood board, then some again sketches. Mm. These
The
are some.
headlamp is very interesting in this. I like the headlamp.
I think you approved that this headlamp, but yeah, inspired from eagle wings, I guess. Yeah, eagle wings. R is all about, um, and the whole inspiration is from eagle, I guess.
Hmm.
That last year. These are some 3D models and renders.
So
These
it's electric, right?
yeah, it's all electric, and the model is made in SolidWorks, not Alias
Okay.
or 3D Blender.
Hmm.
And the renders are from Keyshot. Keyshot.
Okay.
Keyshot is very essential for rendering, I guess.
Of course.
And that's my
Without Keyshot, there is no fun in rendering a product. Like
of
not
yeah,
no fun in modeling a product if you cannot showcase it very well.
yes. Then this was my project in Watch Motors. You guided me through that. These are some ideation sketches, handle exploration, and these are final sketches. Then these are P-shot renders, SolidWorks model. Then that's the 3D printed handle that we finalized.
So having that is as a industrial design, having that experience with how you are going to interact with your creation, like here you have 3D printed the handle so that you can hold it, understand how thick
Yeah,
it's going to be in real life. Can you hold it properly?
yeah,
Does it look fragile? That that gives a very
yeah,
different feel about that.
yeah. Then from renders,
Yes,
uh, the physical touch is very important, I
yeah,
guess, in designing also.
yes, sure.
So yeah, that's my 3D modeling, 3D models from the past 4 or 5 years I've made. These are all the SolidWorks models that I tried to learn, and the renders are also from Keyshot. These are
Very good with SolidWorks surfacing.
yeah. Then I didn't know about Alias earlier. I knew about in the two. I knew about Alias 2 years back. Till then, I was involved in SolidWorks surfaces. But yeah, Alias is very hard, but it's very good. It's very good software for concept modeling. I'm
Sure.
learning
But
it.
this is also quite fine, I feel. So if you can build your own concept with SolidWorks surface and you don't want to be an hardcore alias modeler, means you don't want to work as an alias modeler in the industry, then for
Yeah,
presenting your concept, this is like very good.
yeah. That I agree with you. But if you are working with the automobile company, then you got to be used to Alias. So
Yeah,
it's very important. And
that of course they will teach you.
Class A surfacing is very important. And can you please wait a minute? Yeah.
Sure.
Hmm. Sorry for the interruption, Anirudh.
Yeah, it's okay.
So let's move on. Yeah, that's my A7. That was my second last 3D model in SolidWorks. I'm now going to I'm now going to model a surface in SolidWorks. It's very hard to yeah, and I it's very hard to model a surface like concept surface in SolidWorks. Uh,
Hmm.
so yeah, and it has a very it has its own limitations in the SolidWorks, and, and you gotta make so many curves to make a small surface and make it that continue with the adjacent surface, and it's very difficult. So
In Alias also it works the same way.
and Alias has its own, and Alias introduced a new way of subdivision modeling
Safety modeling, yeah.
that is very helpful, and you can move one vertices to make the surface, uh, and or you can move the face, or you can move the bunch of faces, or only edges. So you can play with that thing in Alias very conveniently
Mhm.
than in SolidWorks.
Okay,
So that's my some that's the
this is
uh,
awesome, Randy.
yeah mm, that I saw the tutorial on Instagram from
See
Sangwok
you.
Design. Yeah, and he's a Korean designer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I took inspiration from Sangong for making my marker renders when I was preparing my portfolio to enter the studio test.
yeah,
So yeah, it helped a lot. Like,
yeah. You should follow that page at Sangwok. So it's very helpful. They are very talented also.
yeah.
These are some random sketches that I have made in my free time. Some marker renders also here. You can see some
Okay.
different perspective. So you got a lot of practice to be a designer. You just practice, practice, and practice. Every time you got free, just practice. These are some sketches, and finally done.
Sure.
So yeah, this
Yeah,
is my
it's
fourth.
it's very good portfolio. I'll say before. So for a person who is going to enter design school, like,
Yeah, it's a very good portfolio for the entrance.
yeah,
After that, you can Hmm. After that, you can improve a lot when you get into college. Then only you
sure,
have to do only sketching, doing things related to design only.
right.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, so your design process, I like to hear about that. How it goes forward. What was your inspiration behind making this Alfa Romeo? And why
yeah,
that name? Why that name?
yeah. Why that name? Yeah. So the name, it's a Latin name. It's pronounced as pulchra. Uh, the meaning of this pulchra is beautiful.
Okay.
So that's why I chose this name. It's a Latin name that is related to Italian. Italian culture. So that's why. So I decided to do an Alfa Romeo because they are very emotional
Hmm.
design. The
Yeah.
designers in the company are very emotional, and they do so many lot of curves. Not like German that they have a distinct shoulder line. Every line has a purpose. So not very like German. So that's why I chose the Alfa Romeo. So and Alfa Romeo is also I chose because SPD is very lean though in Alfa Romeo designs.
Okay.
If you see their Instagram page, so
Hmm.
you'll only get to see only Lamborghini or Alfa Romeo. Most of the Alfa
So
Romeo.
this is how you research about what are college lenient towards, or you can
Yeah,
maybe understand which guest faculties or what kind of placements they have.
Yes, yes,
So they will try to teach kids or their students in that direction. Like in MIT, they used to have people from Tata, Hyundai, Honda, like that, because ultimately those people would come for placements and they would like to see something of their own in students.
yes, yeah, yeah. Collaboration, yeah, it's very important.
Yes.
So, uh, so the colleges they have the collaboration with. They only teach their design study or design language. So that's
Okay.
very important. If you are getting into college one, first search their collaboration, then
Hmm.
make your portfolio according to that.
Sure.
So, do you want me to explain one of my projects? I guess.
Okay.
So, I'll explain my Alfa Romeo project I had done recently. So, in most of the Alfa Romeo, so that's a brand and DNA study that you have to do first. And first pick any brand, and then do the research that what were their history and what is their design language, or uh, what do they focus on mostly. So
Okay.
then I found out about that they have a very GT line in all of their most of their cars, and they've
So
recently
that, so
yeah,
that is
yeah,
the character line, we can say.
yeah, yeah, that is the
Okay.
character line, or the shoulder line, you can also
Hmm.
say. Yeah, they've recently launched, I guess 1 or 2 year back, the Alfa Romeo Tornado. So that car also has a GT line, and from the beginning they have their this three element signature, and
Yeah.
everywhere in the back also, in the backlight also, they have three signature. These are some models that I saw on the internet. So I just
Hmm.
pick. So I just want to reintroduce these three elements in my design, and uh,
Okay.
and from the beginning they have their diamond.
Yeah.
Uh,
Diamond.
First they have, I guess, uh, diamond shaped grill, because I searched about it because they have four drivers, and when
Hmm.
Alfa Romeo started in the racing. So then one of their drivers died, and then they turned it into this grill into that triangle shape afterwards. One of them,
Okay.
and one of their drivers was the Enzo Ferrari, that is the founder
Yeah.
of Ferrari.
Yes.
Mm. And that clover leaf also depicts the same, that they have the four drivers. That when that driver and on his last race, and when he was practicing, he painted that clover leaf on his car. So
Okay.
then after
Okay.
that, clover leaf got associated with Alfa Romeo.
Nice.
Yeah. So these are some. So then I
Hmm.
wanted to reintroduce the 2011 grill that you can see here. So I and it's more it's a you know it's triangle, but it's a bit of a diamond also.
Hmm.
So that's why I wanted to make it look like a that connected with the past and the future also. So that's why I chose this. So let's hop on to the other slide. Next slide. So yeah, mood board and scenario are very important. That for which person you are making, and for which environment you are making your designing your car. And so I decided to make an and this is the step that where you decide your segment of your car, that which segment you are making. So like SUV, sedan, or hatchback, and whatever. So, and that's the second step. And then I decided to make an Alfa Romeo SUV that that will be all electric for the future. So not 10 or 12 years later, but 4 or 5 years later, I designed this car. Just
Okay.
because everybody is shifting to EV now,
Mhm.
like Tesla
Yes.
and Hyundai also, and these
Right.
Volkswagens also. So
So I
so
feel so that year is also very necessary is to understand what kind of design trends are going to happen,
yeah,
and
yeah,
according to that, the design language of the car will evolve, not
yeah. Will
like completely change, but yeah, bits and pieces here and there will be from the
yeah,
trends that are going to happen.
yeah. You gotta search for the upcoming technologies make to make the design that will relevant to that
Hmm.
to that time, and that is you're making 10 years later, for 10 years later, or 15 years later. So
Okay.
mm, and that's the second step. And the third step would be your sketching. That is
Question.
come from the inspiration, that is the mood board. So I chose these snake that is the part of the Alfa Romeo logo. You can see. Then there's the clean, then wave, and that connects with the emotion for the Alfa Romeo. And then uh, I chose these mood board. That's why.
Okay.
And I started my uh, and then I started my ideation sketches with the side views. So I
Hmm.
made these some of the side views uh, that most of these sketches have some, you know, you can see the GT line,
Right.
just like this, that is very important for our design. So
Hmm.
then below this I play around then with the then different surfaces and different emotions in different scenarios and all, that
Hmm.
how can we make it look better. These are some key sketches that you can these are just 30-second sketches that help you to uh, flow very emotionally, and very, you know uh, the designs come out very nicely, and if you do the 30-second doodles um, for,
Right.
for your ideations. 30-second sketches are very important for the ideations. So then I after and then I afterwards moved on these some detailed ideations, and then I
Hmm.
chose this one. Yeah. So it has a very as you can see, it is a very, and it has a GT line, and it is very emotional. You can see it's flowing like this, and then going again like this, and these are,
Hmm.
and the wheels you can also design if you have time, but it's not very necessary. You can take the uh, currently
Existing.
brands
Hmm.
existing, or the traditional wheels that you're seeing.
Okay.
Um, so in your in after ideation, the final sketch must be very clean, and understandable, that what is the emotion that you are going, and that is going in the design. So
Right.
yeah. So, and after that, front faces development. So these are some ideations mm, that I made with the three element designs. These are some
Hmm.
ideation sketches.
Yeah.
That, 30 design, the front model, front view, and then perspective view. These are key sketches. And then I played around with these headlights and grill also. Then
Right.
in as you can see in all the designs, that they have three elements in the uh, that is three elements in the every headlight of the car, but some of those don't have, because I wanted to do some and try different. approach also. So it has some days and it has some days. So then I again went to my mood board. So to see that how I can make uh, make it very different from the existing Alfa Romeo
Right.
to future. So then I took my inspiration from that snake, that is it has fangs like this,
Hmm.
like so I put it in my, and I'll just zoom in.
Yep.
Yeah, so I just put it in my, these are the fangs, three fangs of the
So the DRL is inspired from the flange of that
yeah,
Vikul.
and
Okay,
also
nice.
yeah, and also it has a this uh, whole full tail, full
Hmm.
DRL line, and that is going through the grill. You can, that is going through the gill, and also these some small DRLs look like fangs, and
Okay,
and inside it that it will have a projector lamp, so whatever the technology we are using currently.
okay.
So yeah, these are and I made it somewhat aggressive, not very aggressive, but it's very happy car also, and it's
Hmm.
somewhat between in those two emotions. I
Okay.
don't want to make it very aggressive also.
Mm-hmm.
So
It
as
looks stable. It looks stable. Like yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
you know we can say satisfied. Satisfied. Like yeah.
satisfied. So let's move on to next slide. Then yeah, rear development also with the same thing, that three three elements in the same.
Hmm.
Let me show you. Yeah. So that is also in three
Yes.
elements, that some and and that is the whole tail light bar. Then also in these there's three lines here, and then in here also there's three lines. But
Right.
make sure that when you are making the front and the rear view matches with their respective these ideations, and the side
Yeah.
views must match with their. So and also after you have selected that this is the design you're going to take in your side view, then you can make all your you can make your all designs, but it won't be very creative. Uh,
Hmm.
you must show.
It should match all. It should look like a same car in all the views. I
Yeah,
tell this to many students right now also that your side view should match your front and rear perspective. So
yeah,
that's the first goal.
that's the first. And also you can make different and you can take different side view approaches that in the and in your perspective views. You can take also that, but
Mhm.
yeah, and as we are focusing on rear, but it will be a good if you are doing that same thing with other different designs of the side views.
Mhm.
It will look very versatile. Or so yeah, these are then I've tried some also. I tried some inverted fangs that
Mhm.
uh, that is on the front. So these are some the. So then I finally decided to make it like that also. So I made it those fangs inverted, but these are the main lights of the main
Mhm.
light of the rear.
Okay.
So and this will be a whole tail light bar for the Alfa Romeo car. That is the trend is going on right now in all the cars.
Mhm.
Uh, so yeah, then I made all these Photoshop renders. It,
Nice.
yeah, all the final sketches I did those renders, and these are yeah.
Yes.
So any questions you have about?
Oh, so yeah, the design looks very awesome. Uh, so I think so. Yeah, that's it. And our viewers will understand how the design process is there and why a foreign university is better, of course,
Yeah,
and of
yeah,
course, how you have to build your portfolio and what are elements you should add. So portfolio building, I think so, is a critical part where most of the people don't understand how to approach it.
to yeah,
They might have good design, they might have good sketching or good Photoshop rendering, but the wholesome composition of the thing is quite, I think so, unexplored by people. That's why, and this process that you have explained and your portfolio makes it very clear for our viewers as well to understand this. So yeah, I think so. That's it,
yeah.
and thank you much.
One more
Yeah,
advice that I want to give my viewers that they should look for the portfolio on some Behance or
yes,
issue.com for their reference that on how they are approaching in their portfolio and how they are doing their designs. So then you
yeah,
will eventually get the whole process, and you will not be you will not be in, getting difficulties in making portfolio or any design process.
yeah.
So that's the last
So
advice.
we quite often tell that you should take reference first of all from other people what they have done, because there are like lots of portfolios out there
Yeah,
uh, of not even transportation designers but architect, graphics, so that you can also understand how to play with colors, layouts,
sure.
everything. Sure. So yeah. So anything else you would like to add to this?
No, if you are very passionate about this about car design, just watch videos on watch tutorials and watch interviews of the designers of
Yeah.
that are on the yeah, and that will be very helpful. That will give some insights for your portfolio
Sure.
and design use.
So yeah, Vipul. So thank you for your time
Mm,
and the explanation that you have given us. And if there are any questions that are coming back from our students, I'll forward it to
yeah,
you, and hopefully, I think so you can answer them
yeah, no,
for our viewers and students who are going to apply. So yeah,
mm,
thanks and have a good evening.
thank you for having me, Anirudh. Thank
Yeah,
you.
bye bye.
Bye bye.